Look closely at modern wellness culture, and you will find a highly specific routine. Vision boards mapped with exact dates, daily mantras repeated in the mirror, the constant monitoring of internal vibration, ensuring you think the right thoughts to pull a future toward you. But underneath the empowering rhetoric, something else is usually happening. A person writes in a journal while their shoulders creep up rigidly toward their ears. Their jaw clenches like a locked gate. Their breath stays trapped, shallow in the upper chest. Beneath the spiritual language lies a primitive survival mechanism. The nervous system interprets unmet desire as immediate danger, turning wanting into a state of panic. We treat reality like a machine requiring perfect thought control to operate. In doing so, we rarely find peace. We just exhaust ourselves trying to bully the future. If we accept that our thoughts dictate 100% of reality, we walk into a dangerous logical trap. It implies that every unhealed illness, every empty bank account, and every sudden grief is our own fault, caused by negative vibrations. This framework hands people total, God-like responsibility for their circumstances, but strips away all mercy. It ignores the complex biological, systemic, and historical realities that actually shape human suffering. This diagram illustrates what happens internally. Forcing a positive mindset demands that a person exile their valid anger, fear, and sadness. It violently divides the psyche into two halves, a rigid, glowing performance of faith and a dark, trapped basement of unacknowledged emotion. This shallow version of spirituality acts as a brutal internal surveillance state. It punishes us for experiencing the exact human emotions we need to feel in order to heal. Why do we cling to such an exhausting system of control? The answer stems from vulnerability, not arrogance. No one builds an internal fortress because the world has always felt kind. This reflex goes back to how we first learned to navigate the world. Long before we have words for spirituality, we're scanning for whether our needs will be met, discovering if reaching out to a caregiver brings comfort or a frightening silence. When those early environments feel unpredictable, the nervous system learns to anticipate pain and absence before they happen. It creates internal working models that view openness as a severe threat to survival. Manifestation practices step into this void as a coping mechanism. They offer the illusion of predictable agency in a world that feels completely out of your hands. What we call manifesting is often an intelligent, traumatized defense mechanism. It is the mind attempting to arrange reality so an old wound never has the chance to reopen. The core conflict is biological. Writing a positive affirmation in a notebook operates in the conscious mind, but your actual survival is governed by the older, faster autonomic nervous system. Look at this diagram of the body's response path. The downward moving blue arrow represents conscious thought, your deliberate mantras. But the massive red wave surging upward represents autonomic alert signals. The nervous system asks if the body is safe. When the answer is no, forced affirmations shatter against the alert system, locking the body into tension and rejecting the mind's attempt to force peace. This creates a tragic irony. When the body believes it is under active threat, the literal act of receiving a blessing, accepting help, or experiencing intimacy feels like dangerous exposure. Spiritual slogans fail because you cannot successfully install trust from the top down when the body is organized around danger from the bottom up. True change requires shifting away from manifestation as a force you apply to the universe and moving toward manifestation as a willing participation with reality. This begins with a practice called embodied safety. You have to physically prove to your body that it can survive uncertainty without immediately bracing for annihilation. It happens through small, biological permissions. Feeling your feet on the floor, allowing a single deep breath to descend into the belly, noticing physical tension without immediately judging it as a spiritual failure. Genuine alignment is a physical capacity, the ability to hold a vision for the future while remaining grounded enough to notice the opportunities already here. You can start by replacing absolute mantras with honest vulnerability. Instead of commanding yourself with phrases like, "I trust completely," you can shift to a grounded truth. "I am afraid, but I am willing to stay." This gentler approach relies on an old wisdom. The poet Rainer Maria Rilke noted that true surrender honors the quiet ripening of time. Growth, he wrote, requires us to ripen like a tree, which, quote, does not force its sap. Life does not open its doors simply because we bullied the universe into proving we are safe. Freedom arrives when we finally feel safe enough in our own bodies to stop bracing against the world and actually receive the lives we've been trying to create.
Thank you for watching. If something in this resonated with you, then you're already closer than you think. If you're ready to go deeper, there's a link below to my book, Life Opens, Manifesting Without Force, Fear, or Control. This isn't theory, it's a framework you can actually use. Tap the link below and step into it.